So what it does, lovely people. Man, it's been a minute. I know you guys missed me. But to be honest, I really feel like I've just been unplugged from the Matrix.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Well, if you know me well, I'm sure you're aware that I recently graduated from campus with a second-class honors upper division.
Makofi.
I already have the knowledge, yeah? But the fight against poverty is...
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Anyways, away with that. So, back in 1899, an economist known as Thorstein Bunde Veblen. I hope I'm saying it right, but Thorstein Bunde Veblen came up with the theory of leisure class. I don't dig deep, but please do make sure you check out that theory. One of the concepts addressed was the concept of conspicuous consumption. This concept argued that most people, specifically the rich, get to buy things that they do not necessarily need, so as to be seen.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So people came together and decided to name these goods Veblen goods. So Veblen goods go against the basic law of economics, which argues that as the price of a commodity or an item goes high, the demand goes low. In fact, with these Veblen goods, the higher the price goes, the higher the demand of these Veblen goods goes. Well, in the past, some of the Veblen goods included the diamonds, the gold. In the recent past, we've seen Ferraris being Veblen goods, G-Wagons. I mean, why will someone spend 300k USD on a G-Wagon, spend an extra 200k for the upgrades, and I mean, it's just...
God has nothing to do with this.
Okay, other Veblen goods include the caviar. You've seen guys go dine caviar. Guys have been buying steak coated with gold. You know, you've seen Salt Bay do that thing. And yeah, another Veblen good is the Wagyu beef. I mean, why would you spend 20k USD on Wagyu beef? I mean, beef, it's just beef. But anyway, that's just poverty speaking. So, what do you think is the next Veblen good of this decade or this century? Stick around. So, yeah, welcome back, guys. This is your host, Sir Kenzo. Come for the finance and stay for the Veblen goods. Oh, sorry, the Veblen goods. I mean, back in the days, Apple products were only meant to be used by the rich. But now, even common Mwananchi can afford an iPhone. I mean, you can have an iPhone and an iPhone Pro Max. My guy, so what do you think is the next Veblen good of the century and the decade? Well, before I get to that, I've done my research and I've come to realize that every generation tends to create their own Ponzi scheme and shuns the previous generation's Ponzi scheme. What do I mean? Well, in the 1900s, we had one of the greatest Ponzi schemes ever created, the dollar. I mean, once the United States started making their machines go... Well, if you've seen one of my recent posts, it's argued that in 2021 alone, 40% of the US dollar was printed within 12 months. I mean, within 12 months, 40% of the circulating US dollar was printed in that time frame. And that explains why we have a 7% inflation rate going on at the moment. So, That was one of the Ponzi schemes. Came 2010 and another Ponzi scheme was created. The Bitcoin Ponzi scheme. We are now in 2022, and from my own observation, I've been doing some digging. I believe that the next Ponzi scheme is NFTs. So I'm sure most of you guys have seen NFTs trending on the social media. I have doing my research since back in March 2021, and don't ask me why or how. I've not yet created a vlog on this. I have mentioned it in the past when I was doing a video on the metaverse, and this is actually a Ponzi scheme. And the reason why I'm calling this a Ponzi scheme, well, theoretically it's correct. Hypothetically, it could be a Ponzi scheme. The reason why it could be a Ponzi scheme, if you do not get to understand how these markets work, you'll end up losing your money. And that is why Knowledge Advantage is here to share with you.
Look, here are some funny animations of paper clips and squirrels and other assorted fun bullshit.
So, the dollar has worked for actually a century plus years. Bitcoin has worked. Cryptocurrencies are now booming. And now the NFTs are the next big thing. So, you have to know the meaning of an NFT. It's basically a non-fungible token. If you're talking about non-fungible token, we have to talk about the fungible token as well. Well, this is where some of you will get lost. If you've not been watching some of my previous videos, please just hit the pause button, go back to some of my previous videos, get to watch what I've been saying about cryptocurrencies, because I am about to mention the crypto. So crypto is one of the examples of a fungible token. What do I mean by fungible? Assuming I have a 1,000 note, I can split it into two $200 bills, and have $5 bills on this side and have 1,000 note on this side, right? So that means the 1,000 note can be splitted in 5 portions of $200 bills.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
So when you talk about non-fungible token, this means it's a token that cannot be split into many parts. If you're lost, please double tap on the J button of your laptop. If you're watching on your phone, just tap on the left side of your screen. So let's talk about why people are actually buying and aping into NFTs. Number one reason is NFTs are actually verifiable. Basically, NFTs are just like cryptocurrencies. The NFTs are actually verifiable considering they are on the blockchain. What I mean is you can actually open a website and see how many people actually own a certain NFT and how many hands it has actually switched. And you can even see the actual owner of the NFT. Another reason why NFTs are trending is because you can actually have a collection of NFTs stored on the blockchain, meaning you have digital collectibles, in quotes, assets, which are actually on the blockchain. We've seen so many collections, and I feel like stammering when I talk about a collection.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up.
Because we've seen the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, we've seen the CryptoPunk NFTs, and these are NFTs which are actually selling for 200k USD going up. In fact, there's a guy who was actually offered 10 million USD for his Bored Ape, and he actually turned down, meaning that the NFT is actually rare and it actually goes up in value. But you can imagine, that's a collection of JPEG images selling for 10 million USD. Well, I'm not shocked. The first NFT that actually sold for such a humongous amount was actually an NFT collection by Beeple. Beeple is actually an artist, and he sold his collection of art for 69 million USD. Guys, the more reason you ought to be exploring more on NFTs, right? So another reason why people are aping into NFTs is the concept of social class. The same thing I've been talking about from the start. NFTs are now available goods. People are spending 100k USD. So imagine if I can convert that to my native currency. That's 10 million, 20 million, 100 million Kenyan shilling on JPEG images. I mean, 100 million for a JPEG image that you keep on your phone. Think about it. Think about it. But basically, that's the concept of a Veblen good. The NFTs are actually booming. The prices are going higher and higher every day. Guys are repping in. So another reason why people are buying into NFTs is the aspect of community. Welcome to 2022, where email marketing is about to lose. I mean, if you do not have a community, you're still in the old ages, the dark ages.
Hey man, what's your business, man? What's your business?
So a good example of a community built around an NFT is the Trillionaire Thugs. I hope you guys have seen the hype that these guys are having. People are even doing the most, going an extra mile of tattooing their drops, their NFTs, the logo of the Trillionaire Thugs. So that is just one of the community. We have so many communities at the moment. If you are active on Discord and Telegram, I am sure you've come across some of these communities. So a community, a sense of belonging is one of the reasons why people are buying into NFTs. Another reason why people are buying into NFTs is the aspect of online utility. Some of the NFTs being dropped at the moment can actually be collectibles, or rather items that you can use to play a specific game. Well, a good example is the Axis. I'm sure some of you have heard of Axie Infinity. Well, I mentioned about Axie Infinity in my previous vlog on the metaverse when I was talking about play to earn games, and Axies are really booming. I mean, you can get an Axie for 200 USD, use it to play and earn your cash. I mean, it's a new era. You actually get to earn as you play. Gone are the days when you could stick on a screen and play for free. Guys are waking up to the realization that you can actually earn from playing and earn from your time. I mean, you're not just spending time, you're actually maximizing your profits by spending your time playing games. So online utility is one of the reasons why people are buying into NFT. So allow me to mention just examples of NFTs. So we have collectibles like the JPEG images that I've been talking about. Another example of NFTs could be brands. You've seen Nike aping into NFTs, you've seen Walmart, you've seen Samsung, you've seen all these big brands, you've seen Disney aping into the NFTs world. And this is because NFTs are basically collectibles that can be used on the metaverse. Again, if you've not watched my previous vlog on the metaverse, please hit the pause, click the subscribe, go back to the other video and watch. So the metaverse is a virtual world and NFTs are basically virtual goods. Speaking of which, in Q1 of 2021, the NFT market pulled 2 billion USD in sales. 6 months later, in Q3 of 2021, the NFT market pulled 10 billion USD in sales. In fact, by the end of 2021, we had the first NFT billionaires in the world who are actually the creators of OpenSea Marketplace. Well, OpenSea Marketplace is one of the marketplaces where you can actually buy, you can actually mint your NFTs. The rate at which guys are buying into NFTs is astounding. Well, it's a Veblen good, and I feel like in 2022, guys on social media are rich. I mean, everyone is rich. I mean, it's like everyone now belongs to the leisure class. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. Some of the types of NFTs include brands. That's the brand that I was talking about. There's the culture, I mean the sense of community. We have metaverse NFTs. You can actually purchase items like wearables and have them, put them on, assuming in Decentraland. You can, the same way you get to change your outfit, you can purchase outfits and get to switch, I mean to change how your avatar looks like while you're surfing on the metaverse. That's assuming the Decentraland metaverse, and that's basically an NFT. Let's wrap it up. I mean, I don't want to talk a lot. I'm just sharing golden nuggets. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Well, this is where you come and get to know all the things that you could do, but stay for all the things that you could be. Anyways, I think it's a wrap. Hasta la vista.